sa Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! sa Wagan. Gets it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Gets it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Gets it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes!
Good afternoon, everybody. We're currently live inside the Amoranto Sports Complex in Quezon City as we bring you the live coverage of the game. So the TMT Play Manny Pacquiao Jr. MPBL. It's a play-in special for us here Saturday, and our match on hand is for the 14 and under, which is between it's going to be between the Rizal Switch Fiber going up against the number 10 Valenzuela Junior Classic, a battle between seeds 9 and 10. For those who want to watch the previous games between Malabon, Marikina, Manila, Antipolo, and also Marikina, Manila, for the first three, you can check that out on Facebook, on YouTube, and the delayed telecast on Channel 98 on Signal TV. Once again, this is Nico Rocha along with my partner, Coach Noy Africa. And Coach Noy, it was a wild first three games now since we were here a bit earlier than usual.
Yeah, that's right. And we're expecting this game to be even closer. You know, it's an opportunity to grab that last ticket for our quarterfinals,
Yes,
which will be starting pretty soon.
Nakita ko yung mga seedings kanina, and alam mo, pag mga ganitong sitwasyon, you throw away all the stats, all the standings, since it's a brand new ball game. Anyway, with that, let's take a look first at the previous game of Rizal against Valenzuela.
That's right. Rizal was able to pull off that victory over the Valenzuela Junior Classic, 69-64. Although they were really out-rebounded, 68-48. They shot better from the field, 40% against just 28% for Valenzuela. And pretty much their bench showed up in this game. They outscored Valenzuela 35-24. They were able to run, very marginal 17-14, but their ability to share the basketball was very evident, 15-10 against Valenzuela.
It's wild to see that despite the 20 rebound advantage by Valenzuela, Rizal was able to squeak out the victory. Let's now move on to the key players that we're supposed to follow for this game. We could first start off with Sean Arada of Rizal.
That's right. Sean Arada is really pretty much, the leader of this team. He is a defensive spark plug, and on the offensive end, he leads the team in scoring with 18 points per game.
Now on the side of the Valenzuela Junior Classic, it will be Charles Orbe.
Yeah, Charles Orbe naman, he is pretty much, he's a big guy. He plays the wing, and he leads a team in scoring also. And aside from that, he does everything else. He does defensive assignments, and of course, the rebounding assignments also goes to him.
Well, now that we know the key players, and actually they are the marquee matchup for today, let me now turn you over to the venue announcer for the starting lineups. Oh, before that, once again, it's going to be Sean Arada, Orbe. They are the two players that we'll be following here. That is why this battle between seeds number 9 and 10 will be one to watch. I hope that you guys stay with us here on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever you're watching this live.
But, looking at the stats, you can see there, itong si Sean Arada does lead his team in scoring close to 18 points per game. Not only that, he is the facilitator for the team, and of course, as I said, really a defensive menace, averaging 2 steals per ball game, while itong si Charles Orbe, on the other hand, does average 7 points and nearly 8 rebounds per game. So this is not really a matchup that you'll see materialize on the court, but if you look at the stat sheets, these two guys will be leading their team and hopefully, get an opportunity to play Marikina for the last slot into our quarterfinals.
Yeah, actually, it's a case of two contrasting different players, but the impact will almost surely be the same, even though that they do not have the same position. And now with that, let me turn you over to the game announcer for the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, junior MPBL fans, and welcome to Amoranto Sports Complex here in Quezon City. This is the Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL inaugural season. It's the playoffs play-in powered by TMT Play. This is the 14 under division. It's between the number 9 seed Rizal Switch Fiber and the number 10 seed Valenzuela Classic Juniors. And now let's meet the starters from your Rizal Switch Fiber. Starting guard number 8, Kobe Celosia. Other guard number 10, Sean Arata. Starting forward number 23, Nick Pena. Other forward number 28, Lawrence Certeza. And starting center number 5, Kurt Paulino. Head coach for the Rizal Switch Fiber 14 under Mr. Elmer Balahadia. And now let's meet the starters from your Valenzuela Classic Junior. Point guard number 7, Dirk Corpus. Shooting guard number 24, Todd Basas. Small forward number 30, Zach Pula. Power forward number 8, Marco Vicente. Center number 1, Charles Orbe. Head coach for the Valenzuela Classic Junior 14 under Mr. Eric C. Referees for this ball game, Paul Lobaton, Jason Yap, and your crew chief, Dong Ramos. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Playoffs play-in, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Once again, we are live here inside the Amoranto Sports Complex in Quezon City. And what better venue than to host the play-in tournament. And of course, the playoffs so far here in the Junior MPBL of Manny Pacquiao.
Well, that's right. This is my first time actually to be in this venue, and I'm just really amazed. I didn't expect it to be this big.
It doesn't look like it from the outside. No?
Oh yeah, and the lighting. You can see how good the lighting is here on your screens.
Yeah, definitely. It's perfect for for coverage. Wala masyadong yung sunlight, hindi talaga. It's really good. Maganda talaga how they made it, and I'm glad that better late than never when it comes to hosting games here in Quezon City.
Aren't you just saying that because it's near to your general proximity?
I am neither confirming nor denying my my proximity to this location. I'm just glad na for the Quezon City people, North people, this is your time to watch the games. I know it's free admission, and there are a lot of seats right now here. We still got a lot more games, so you guys could feel are free to watch it here in the Amoranto Sports Complex.
Yeah, for those just tuning in, this is the battle between the number 9 Rizal versus the number 10 Valenzuela. And earlier, number 7 Malabon has advanced to the next round as the 7th seed, beating number 8 Marikina. So the winner of this game will be facing Marikina for that last ticket to the quarterfinals, while the loser will pretty much have an early vacation.
So that's why these teams will be gunning for that last play-in spot to have a chance to enter the playoffs. They're both 3-7, no, Coach Noy? And with that,
actually, it's Rizal at 2-8 and Valenzuela at 1-9. So even if you didn't really have the best of performances, win-loss record-wise in the group stages, you still get a shot to get into the playoffs. Provided you get a couple of good games, you can squeak into ang ating quarterfinals phase ng Junior MPBL.
You can never really discount the play-in spot. I mean, NBA example to, but the Miami Heat came from the play-in spot and went into the finals, so never count out these teams.
That's right. It's really just a matter of peaking at the right time. But of course, you don't want to put yourself in this position.
Yeah, marami kang pagdadaanan.
Masyado kang maraming pagdadaanan as opposed to, securing a slot into the playoffs early, maybe even getting to choose your seedings. But at this point, you just want to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, I mean, I think the pros of playing in the play-in is more of sanay ka na agad maglaro in a pressure-packed
Yeah, that's
environment. You're coming in with that mindset. But on the other side of the coin, it's fatigue. Fatigue will be a factor. You have to make the most out of the players that you have on your bench, considering that mapapagod talaga, especially pag close yung mga laro. Still no score here, Coach. No, it's 0-all. Once again, the starting five for Rizal: Paulino, Celoscia, Ocampo, Peña, and Certeza. While for Valenzuela, it's Orbe, Corpus, Vicente, and Basas. And finally, Valenzuela, first one's on the board.
And no surprise, Charles Orbe will open the scoring and allow his teammates to finally take a seat.
The spin move, hitting a defender, no good on that wild shot. Here comes Rizal. No, sorry, that is Valenzuela. Napalakas lang yung pass. So slipping out of their hands once again is going back to Rizal.
So let's see. I mean, for Valenzuela, you know, you have that constant in Charles Orbe, but he's gonna need a lot of help. And you know, these guys in the starting lineup don't really contribute that much because their second leading scorer is Gallo, and then you have Frias. So I think they're really trying to look for additional contributors.
Well, so far, Charles Orbe nagpaparamdam ganito kaaga. 4 points already, all of the points, courtesy of him with his points inside the paint.
Of course, itong si Sean Arada will be trying to set up his teammates first, but you know, whenever he needs to score, he will just take up those scoring cudgels. We have a three-pointer from Nick Peña, who is actually their second leading scorer. Nick Peña averaging 11.5 points per game.
Is it a 3 or 2? Not sure kung it's so far it's...
Oh, I think it was just a long 2.
I think the referee signaled the 2. But just building on what you said about Nick Peña, 11.5 points, 7.5 rebounds. And there's time for him to wake up. Maaga pa lang naman. Oh, there you go. I think they counted it here as a 3. So it should reflect soon. Let's see. Yeah,
but the official scoreboard says it's a two-pointer. Anyway, Nick Peña will continue to try to score. I think there were some games. Early on, he was starting the games with Sean Arada, but later on, I think they tried to move him from the bench for an additional spark. But I think in a win or go home situation, you just put out, you know, your best players on the court, and I wouldn't be surprised if both teams just keep a short rotation for this game.
Usually pag playoffs ganun, no? The rotation becomes really shorter.
Right.
From a usual 11, 10, 11 rotation. Sometimes you can see that 7 to 8.
Oh yeah.
Rizal has tied this game with 5 minutes and 15 remaining. Full court trap right there. But, you know, Valenzuela just keeps attacking the paint with not much no one there to contest.
Yeah, that's right. That's really what you give up when you try to pressure full court. You pretty much leave your last line of defense, usually just one guy to try and stop penetration.
Sean Arada. I think, Coach, I was with you when I first called the games for Rizal, and I remember that Sean Arada was coming off the bench, remember? And he would be that guy who scores 20 on a game basis.
Yeah, I think that was probably the game where he checked in last minute of the third quarter. He didn't play the whole game.
Yeah.
Played pretty much 11 minutes and scored 20.
Yeah, for me, iconic. When I see Sean Arada, I'm like, I remember this guy, a natural born scorer. And they need every bit of his scoring if they want to advance in the play-in. Still a deadlock between the two teams after a slow start. From downtown, nothing but air though. It goes back to the white shirts.
So right now, checking into the ball game for Valenzuela is Kingdom Frias. You know, if you watch him play low-key, you can see that he knows how to play. He's a little quirky, a little unorthodox, but you can see that he understands the game.
I have a fascination for unorthodox players, considering with the... It's really hard to predict how they move.
Exactly. And you'll be surprised, but you're gonna see him, play with a lot of, low-key kasi lahat. Low-key flash, low-key skills. But very entertaining to watch. Number 77 for Valenzuela.
Madami tayong mga pwede panoorin in this game to see who could be the deciding factor. Considering that it's a tight ball game so far, but on the line to shoot 2 free throws for Valenzuela is Jenas Reyes. Currently averaging 1.8 points and 1.4 rebounds in 12 minutes of action. And you see here, offensive board for Valenzuela. They get another shot at this to take the lead over the switch fiber. And with that, we got an early timeout call by Rizal switch fiber. See you guys after this.
Both teams are really expecting competitiveness and intensity in this play-in game. Para nga kay Coach Elmer ng Rizal, parehas silang gustong manalo kaya naman hindi sila magpapakampante kahit natalo na nila itong Valenzuela sa una nilang laro dito sa Junior MPBL. Para naman sa koponan ng Valenzuela, next man up mentality ang ilalaban nila dahil wala ang kanilang key players na sina Kenneth Gayo na may injury ngayon at Andrew Gepule na may iba na mga commitment ngayong araw. Tingnan natin kung paano malalagpasan ng dalawang koponan na ito ang tapatan na ito. Pero bago muna yan mga kalika, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for bringing the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Pwede ka na nga maglaro at manalo gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only. So keep it fun mga kalika. Game responsibly. Nico and Coach Noy.
Thank you so much for that, Andy. And tama yung sinabi yun, no, na even next man up mentality. That's supposed to be the mindset for every team, considering that alam naman natin na the Junior MPBL has players from respective schools, and of course, the injury bug can never be defeated in any league.
Oh yeah, definitely. And of course, even for dito sa Rizal, despite having won that previous matchup against Valenzuela, you cannot really, have that confidence that you're just gonna repeat because, of course, it's a different situation. This is already the play-in.
And it also doesn't help. I mean, it also helps that yung pagitan lang ng panalo, those 5 points. I mean, that could have small breaks of the game that could change the whole thing. But with their quick counter for Rizal, they're up by 3, 2 minutes and 17 remaining. Back here from Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang Liga ng Bawat Batang Pilipino, a play-in tournament between the Rizal Switch Fiber against the Valenzuela Junior Classic. Rizal clinging on to a 3-point lead, and I think we gotta give credit to the 5 rebounding advantage they have over Valenzuela right now.
Yeah, that's right. Considering that they were out-rebounded by 20 in that first matchup.
So for sure, kitang-kita mo, lumabas sa scouting report talaga nila or learnings from that. Now, guys, we got out-rebounded. Let's attack. Let's do gang rebound. Try to beat these guys in their own game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a sucker for stats, you won by 5 points. You were out-rebounded by 20. It seems like all you have to do is, just
extra possessions lang talaga eh.
Lessen that gap in the rebounding, and that could be just more than enough to pull off a win.
Well, not only did they lessen the gap as of now. I mean, it's only the first quarter. A lot can happen in the next three. But they are leading the rebounding right now over their counterparts from Valenzuela.
So right now, Rizal choosing to zone. Itong Valenzuela earlier, they were applying full court pressure. So I think they're just trying to mix everything up, try to confuse the offense of Valenzuela.
Yeah, for sure, Coach. No, I mean, Valenzuela isn't really I was going to say not really a three-point shooting
You were
team.
saying?
I think I just needed to say that in order to wake them up. 16-12, a shot from downtown for the Junior Classic. Sasagot ang Rizal with a three of their own. This time all net from the left corner.
This already 11 points for Nick Peña already at his average.
Break na agad sa average. And look at you can see there once again. Oh, Rizal got the steal but unable to finish there. Well, scratch what I said. They get another steal with 10 seconds to go, opting for the quick shot. And there you go, another one from downtown. This time from the left wing, 22-12, the second remaining. They get the steal, but there's no more time left to hoist up a shot. And what a way to end the last 20 seconds of this first quarter between Rizal and Valenzuela. Rizal going up in the second quarter by 10. Let's take a look here at TMT player of the game, move of the game, before we proceed to the next frame. A sidestep right there, the behind the back pass, and the push shot for Valenzuela, who are currently down right now. See more of that in the second quarter. We're back for the second quarter for Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL presented by TMT Play. Rizal up 22-12 against the Valenzuela Junior Classic. Coach, anything that stood out for you in the first quarter?
Well, actually, this was still a very close ball game until those back-to-back three-pointers to end the first quarter for Rizal. They forced a few turnovers there. And if they can continue this shooting, as you see, Tendilla hitting another three-pointer, this could really be a big problem here for Valenzuela.
Yeah, they're having trouble stopping the three bombs of Rizal. But at least they're able to stop the bleeding with their star, Charles Orbe, with that push shot once more. 25-14. A minute has passed by here. Peña once more. Init ng Rizal sa tres. 28-14. Doubling the score of Valenzuela right now.
Well, the problem for Valenzuela is they cannot trade twos for threes. And this will be a turnover.
Out of bounds right there. Turnover. You can see there that Valenzuela is getting bothered by this defense of Rizal that they're still not able to resolve. Kanina pa itong first quarter, di ba? From tip-in, they've been deploying almost the same defensive mechanisms and still not able to find a solution for that one.
Actually, since that a three-pointer from Jordan C. from Valenzuela, I think that was answered by 4 three-pointers, straight three-pointers from the side of Rizal.
See here, Rizal up by 16. Really in a comfortable spot right now. You see there the drive. Once again, no one there to contest, which prompts a timeout on the side of Valenzuela since they want to talk about this run that they're having right now. 32-14, 18-point lead for Rizal. All right, we resume play here with the ball going to Valenzuela. They're down by 18 right now. They've been blitzed by the switch fiber, scoring 10-2 in the second quarter.
And Rizal just all of a sudden just started to scorch from the outside. Now 5 out of 8 from the three-point area.
It also really helps Rizal right now that they're getting the offensive boards. They're always there for the 50-50 loose ball, something that we didn't see much in their past game against Valenzuela. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Secured by Valenzuela.
Right now, itong Valenzuela actually has already used up all their timeouts in the first half. So it's really up to the boys now to try and figure this out.
Kung ikaw yung coach, would you use your timeouts early in the second quarter?
Well,
Pag kailangan talaga?
Well, it's a do or die situation. So you cannot really afford to let the game go out of hand very early. I mean, what's the point of keeping the timeout?
Yeah.
Right, and you only have 2 timeouts that you can use in the first half.
And it's a knockout game. Pero pag ganyan yung tinitira ng Rizal, what else can you do? Another 3 ball. That is their 6th 3-pointer. Only here in the first half. They're making 6 of 9 from downtown. So, ano talaga? They're having a hard time containing these. And whenever... And not only are they making those threes, they're making the breakaway layups, running in the fast break, and Valenzuela is stunned right now with what they're seeing.
Yeah, the game was close up to, I think it was 8-all. And then, just that flurry of threes to end the first quarter. And they just continued it here in the second quarter.
Oh, I love you, Santos. So getting blocks, getting steals. That's the big man just running down the floor. Key factor for them, definitely.
Well, definitely, having that rim protector. Because earlier on, it was, I think, their last line of defense was Paulino. And Orbe was just making mincemeat of that last line of defense. But I think Santos is asking to be subbed. Seems like he jammed a finger there.
Kita natin na para may hinahawakan siya, may iniinda siya. But right there, a rare turnover for Rizal. Valenzuela capitalizes, but still they're down by 19. Timeout on the floor.
Kaliga, I have here with me as Coach Elmer Balahadja of Rizal. So Coach, ano masasabi mo at meron kayong ganitong lamang laban dito sa Valenzuela?
Una pa lang sinasabi ko na sa kanila na sipag, kailangan namin sipagan. Focus, hindi kailangan magmadali, pasahan, yun ang kailangan nila.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck po for the game. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batiin?
Nagpapasalamat ako sa Rizal Switch Management, kay Boss Glenn Anore, Team Manager Ariel Balahadja, sa asawa ko, Sheila Marie Balahadja, sa coaching staff, sa mga kasama namin ngayon na nanonood, sa mga sumusuporta ng Rizal Switch. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck po for the game. Pero bago muna yan, mga kaliga, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for bringing the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Pwede ka na nga maglaro at manalo gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only, so keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Nico and Coach Noy?
That is the mantra of the first half for Rizal. Patience.
Yeah, and of course, sipag sabi ni Coach Elmer. Pero believe ako kay Coach Elmer, coming off a timeout, nagpa-interview agad. Di ba? Siya pa yung tumawag ng timeout.
Yung maganda dun kasi, kung ganito naman yung lamang mo, sino ako na muna mag-i-interview.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you're in a good spot. You have room for error. But it's a matter of making sure that your team is consistent the entire way.
Yeah, that's right. And so far, they have just been firing on all cylinders. Even itong si Angeles who just checked in the second quarter already with 7 points. So right now, everything is just clicking for the Rizal Switch fiber.
43-20 right now is our score. So let me turn you over to Andy once again for a report.
Ang susi talaga para manalo ay ang magkaisa kaming team ngayong laro. Yan ang mga nabanggit ni Rizal key player Sean Arada sa akin kanina. After producing 24 points last game, he's really hoping to produce more, lalo na at nanonood sa Facebook Live ang kanyang lolo at lola. He said that he's really a lolo and lola's boy at dito talaga siya humuhugot ng lakas at kumpiyansa kada laro. Makikita nga rin natin ang laro ni Sean sa Arellano University ngayong taon. Balik sa inyo, Nico and Coach Noy.
Thank you so much for that, Andy. And agree with what she said. Ang ganda ng mga mindset ng mga players right now for Rizal, considering that it's a do-or-die game. And it's reflecting right now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's right. And he has not really been needed to do the heavy lifting because of, Nick Peña just exploding right out of the starting blocks. And, of course, let's say hi to the lolo and lola of Sean Arada.
Yes, of course. Say hi to them. Greetings. Thank you for watching the Junior MPBL. Rebounded there for Rizal. You can see the passing. And but I think that is a 3-second violation for Rizal. They're still up 43-20 though, with 3 minutes and 10 remaining in the second quarter.
Well, if you're Valenzuela, you're down by 23. But, those 6 3-pointers are... you did not really expect those shots to fall. Take away those 6 3-pointers, you're only down by 5 points. So, it's really just a matter of locking down those, being able to locate the shooters, try to play your game. There's still a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely, there's a lot of time. I have seen leads such as this dwindle down from the many games that we had here in the Junior MPBL. Nothing's really impossible, Coach Noy.
And you do not erase a now 25-point lead in one shot.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's difficult to even make that one big run just to eliminate that lead. It's gonna take small spurts. You just set goals. Every few minutes, like be closer, 5-0 run, 7-0 run. You do it in spurts. You can't just do it with one big spurt, especially since they're pretty much offensively challenged right now with the absence of guys like one of their scorers, Sigayoka, who is injured. And eventually Orbe will really need to step up, and Frias will need to ably back him up.
Alam mo, Coach, ngayon ko lang na-realize na si Nick Peña has 18 points, right? Valenzuela's 20. So it's just two points away from the total score of Valenzuela, but still they're unable to solve the problem that is a Rizal switch fiber. 47-20. You see there, the whistle has been called, and that means 2 free throws at the line for Valenzuela. Much needed free throws, and they need the time to stop.
Right now for Valenzuela, they cannot allow itong Rizal to also run in the fast break. Already with 14 fast break points itong Rizal. So you're getting outscored 14-2 in the fast breaking department, and then from the 3-point area, your opponent has 5 more 3-point makes than you. So you're pretty much in trouble if you don't do anything about it very quickly.
You see here, Valenzuela, no good on that shot after a spin move. It's supposed to be 2 free throws though.
Well, you saw there, Frias was trying to create something for his own. Usually he would be looking for his teammates, but I think he feels the urgency already of trying to do the heavy lifting, especially on offense.
Sometimes talaga kailangan ganun eh. No? Kailangan muna mag-solo, try to confuse the defense. If one player gets hot, that changes the whole system of a team. Mapapafocus sa'yo, you get their attraction. It opens up the rest of the possession for your teammates. 1 for 2 at the trip, 47-22 right now. Still a huge lead, but you need those kind of steals, although there's a counter steal by the white shirts. The ball is with Sean Arada, wasting no time here. That is a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness part of the Junior MPBL with Sean Arada. the star right now, the Rizal switch fiber. And despite the hit, able to convert that one for the bonus.
Well, he actually spun into the defender.
Okay. But
that
still no
time.
problem.
But, you know, in the 14 and under division, parang hindi pa tama na you're talking about upper body strength. But itong si Sean Arada already has that, you know, despite that wiry frame that he has, may cuts na yung bata eh.
Agree. And for those who are interested on what pound for pound fitness does, they're always a Google search away. And what's amazing about them is that they have locations on Luzon, everywhere. Ironically, they have locations in our venues, so Junior MPBL tournament. So give them a look if you want to see what kind of training they can do for you or for your child if you have. And we see there once again, Sean Arada making it a 51-22 demolition against the Valenzuela Classic Junior team. We got 8 seconds remaining here. They pull up for 3. Much to the delight of the red shirts. We got 2 seconds remaining. Let's see what they do. I'm not sure if they recognize that time, and they don't. It's a 51-22, 29-point advantage for Rizal as we head to the halftime break. Let's take a look at the move of the game presented by TMT Play. And that is by, of course, Sean Arada. This was the end one, which is just what, a 2-3 plays ago. You see here, see him converting. The end one in the bonus. We'll see you guys after the halftime break.
Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes!
Makakatulong ang Junior MPBL sa future career ko para gumaling pa lalo at ma-discover ng ibang schools.
Paano makakatulong ang Junior MPBL sa future career ko? Junior MPBL can help me by giving me the exposure that I need.
Makakatulong po sa akin Junior MPBL para mas tumaas yung basketball level ko at yung experience din po para madala ko po sa NCAA game namin.
Makakatulong po to sa mga aspiring players and unang-una sa lahat po yung exposure po dito sa liga na to. And sa future ko rin po, pag nakuha po ako ng mga schools.
Pinagkaiba po ng Junior MPBL sa mga liga nilalaroan ko is yung dito po yung sa ligang po to, talaga pong marami pong malalakas na kasali at talaga pong may sistema, and dito ko po may papakita yung talent ko para po may scout po ako ng mga ibang school na malalaki, ng mga university.
Siyempre yung Junior MPBL, mas mataas yung mga funds and may mga mas magagandang venue and yung mga live.
Welcome back for the halftime break. Let's take a look at some of the highlights between the Rizal Switch Fiber. We're currently up by 29, up against the Valenzuela Junior Classic. See here, I think the highlight, what we can point out for Rizal, are the 6 3 bombs that they let go in the first half.
That's right, and not only, converting 6, but a very good percentage, 6 out of 11, 54% for them against just 1 out of 7 for Valenzuela. I think that 3-point barrage started right after that one conversion from the 3-point area for Valenzuela. They answered that with, I think, 4 or 5 straight. But from the field, Rizal shooting 55% against just 34% for Valenzuela. Rebounding, they flipped the switch, so to speak. So 26-16 for Rizal. And fast break points, definitely a big factor here. 16 against just 3 for Valenzuela. And the leading scores, already you have 2 players in double digits for Rizal Switch Fiber. You have Peña with 18, Arada with 10, and Angeles coming off the bench now with 9, while for Valenzuela, it's really just been Orbe with 8. Then you have C and Reyes with 3 each. So it's gonna take, at this point, might take a miracle for Valenzuela to pull this one off. But, miracles usually happen in the big games. And I don't think there's a bigger game right now for Valenzuela to try and pull off that miracle. But right now,
Coach Noy, for a person who's a really funny person in general, I thought that you would build on that switch, flipping the switch joke. I thought you would say something witty. But yun na lang muna, medyo chill na muna.
Medyo chill muna tayo. This is just the first of 3 games that we're covering, Nico. So let's chill a bit.
Yung mga sa mga puns natin.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And again, on the miracles that you said, I mean, miracles don't happen if it's a close game. Miracles are the ones that usually when the odds are really against you.
That's right.
That's when it really highlights itself. And this is the perfect time for it to show up right now. And you just imagine the delight on Valenzuela if they're able to keep this a respectable game and try to put it within the rim of catching up. And we start now with the third quarter between, once again, the Rizal Switch Fiber up against the Valenzuela Junior Classic. 29-point advantage for Rizal. Question is, can Valenzuela come back and make it a tight ball game?
Well, that will really have to start from the defensive end. For one thing, they have to be able to locate those shooters and be able to get back in transition, because that's where Rizal has also been feasting on, off rebounds, of misses nitong Valenzuela. They're trying to run, and three-pointer like that from Corpus should definitely help the cause of Valenzuela.
Some small victories that they can celebrate. A 3 there to open up the third quarter. There you go, the intensity so far. Different from what we have seen in the first quarter. You see there a drive for Valenzuela, no good. Last touch though on the white shirts. They get another crack at this.
And you see there very quickly, Coach Elmer Balahadia making Sean Arada go back into the game. They cannot afford any sort of run to start for Valenzuela.
Valenzuela, no-look pass, although the defense of Rizal was ready right there. That was a block by none other than Mike Hayden U. Santos. With that, let me turn you over first to Andy Veloso for a report.
Alam ni Coach Eric na talagang makaka-apekto sa performance ng kanyang koponan ng absence ng kanilang key players na sina Gayong at Gepule. Kaya umaasa siya na sana ay mag-step up ang natitira pa niyang mga players. During the huddle, Coach Eric said that whatever happens in this game, the team should maintain their composure, avoid panicking, and establish themselves well inside of the court. Makakahabol kaya ang Valenzuela ngayong third and fourth quarter. Hindi ko Coach Noy?
Well, so far, 6-0 run, that is encouraging. Against small victories, you see that you have scored, you have already made a run. Can we add more? Can we add more? So, ganun talaga yung mentality nila right now. It's not more of they try to face themselves out. But it's a good job so far on the coaching staff to get these boys right on track.
Well, if there's one guy who can get hot, and of course he has started with back-to-back three-pointers, it's got to be Dirk Corpus for Valenzuela.
Very bagay pa yung pangalan, no? Dirk Corpus. We need a 2011 NBA Finals Dirk kind of performance from Dirk Corpus, so that they can come back from the dead here against the switch fiber and turn off that internet. 23-point advantage still. But Rizal able to get the basketball finally. Look at Sean Arada becoming the point man. They find an open shooter, and that is the last thing you want to do. Foul a three-point shooter. You're trying to catch up in this game. Timeout though on Rizal, so that they can talk about what they want to do here in the last 6 minutes and 49 remaining in the game, in the third quarter.
I have here ni Assistant Coach Ralph Lamson of Valenzuela. So Coach, medyo nauunahan tayo this next quarter. So ano ba yung plano natin?
Ngayon ang ginagawa namin, more on hustle, more on pressure talaga. At saka yung give best talaga para sa game namin. Yan lang.
Okay Coach, thank you for that. Good luck po. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batiin?
Shoutout lang dun sa Progress Lemon Square, CDO, kay Kong Eric Martinez, RK Hoops, Omori, Japanese Cuisine, JLC, Truck and Equipment, Dano, Lechon, PSW, ES Ballers at Sampo Maestro. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck po for the game. Pero bago muna yan, mga kaliga, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for bringing the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Dahil pwede ka na maglaro at manalo gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only, so keep it fun, mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Nico and Coach Noy.
Thank you for that, Andy. And sabi ni Coach, hustle, that's what they're trying to do right now. You see that nakita naman natin yung hustle. It's more of just the execution na lang, right? Getting that ball inside a basket and be able to make some stops and make it a close game as we head to the fourth quarter in after 6 minutes.
Well, on the other end naman for Rizal, you saw when Coach Elmer called a timeout earlier, he was, he wasn't a very happy person.
Kita nga, galit siya nung call siya na timeout.
And
Imagine mo, galit siya tapos ang laki-laki ng lead nila eh.
And right after that timeout, they scored back-to-back baskets. But ito, nasagot na rin ng Valenzuela. There's still a 23-point lead, still manageable. Rizal cannot afford to be overconfident.
And that is a big no-no whenever fouling a three-point shooter. That's again by Yu Santos. A rare miscue though on the defensive, considering that he already has 3 steals and 4 blocks. No points, pero at least on the other end, nakakabawi siya.
Well, when you have guys like Arada and Peña to take care of the scoring, you can really just concentrate on the defensive end of the floor. But again, of course, you keep hearing this each and every time a three-point shooter gets fouled. That's always a mortal sin.
Parang nag-iiba yung natin, yung mukha natin pag nafa-foul yung three-point shooter eh.
It's actually, you don't need to go for a block. All you need to do is to close out properly and distract the shooter enough to make him miss.
Well, luckily for Rizal, I think 1 of 3 lang ata sila dun sa possession eh. But see there, Sean Arada, a whirlwind kind of player that he is. I mean, that's a guard.
Oh, yeah.
That's a guard right there, guys.
And the presence of mind, he took the shot, went out of bounds, immediately stepped inside, So when the ball fell into him, he was in proper legal position to actually retrieve that basketball.
It's such a luxury to have a player like him who can take the reins. If ever the game is falling out of your hands, you can give it to him and he'll do his best to right the ship.
And the best part about Sean Arada is he knows that he can score. So sometimes he just really tries to set up his teammates. As you see that pretty layup coming from Nick Peña, who now has 20 points in the third quarter.
Lumipad si Peña dun, no? Kita mo nga ito, parang mihi pa atang alley-oop eh. Sabi ni Peña, hindi.
No, this is all mine.
Peña with 20 points, 6 rebounds, backstopped by Arada who has 10 and Angeles with 9. While for Valenzuela, Corpus with 12, Orbe with 8, and Reyes with 4. Right corner shot from downtown, overshooting it, but Valenzuela able to corral the basketball for another shot. No good. It lands in the hands. Once again, hindi pa rin. Here comes Rizal. Of course, they will utilize a fast break to their advantage. It's back to a 28-point lead.
You see the maturity there for Sean Arada. You know, he didn't rush that shot. He gathered his bearings first before he went up for that shot. Not the same for Charles Orbe, who is called for traveling.
Complete domination right now for Rizal after looking like Valenzuela is on the cusp of cutting it to 20. Just ballooned just like that. 3 minutes and 38 remaining here. Some substitutions on Valenzuela as they try to see what would work.
See Coach Elmer still continuing to coach from the sidelines, especially in the 14 and under division. You cannot just allow your players to, you know, to put their guard down because of the lead that they have.
Although Rizal, ganda ng gising ng lahat. They're up by 30. Is this the biggest for Rizal?
Yeah,
Up
I think
30?
it's 30 is the biggest lead so far.
So, di ba kanina, Coach Noy, I think Valenzuela was able to cut it to 20, 22. What did Rizal fix in order to be in this situation once again?
All it took really was a timeout for them, you know, to regain their focus. And actually, even for Coach Elmer, he did not start Sean Arada in the third quarter. But as soon as Valenzuela hit those back-to-back three-pointers, Arada was already at the scorer's table. So it's really, you know, 14 and under kasi. So yung focus ng mga bata, pwedeng, you know, they will just play around. We have a big lead. We can afford to
Magsolo? Would you say magsolo?
Or you know, to go fancy. When all you really need to do is just follow the game plan, which helped you build this lead. You don't need to, you know, to defer from that game plan. Kasi yung game plan yan, pinagpuyatan ni Coach yan. And that is his best course of action for you to pull off a victory. So whenever, you know, you try to veer away from that plan, if something happens, that's no longer the fault of the coach.
Although we got a timeout on the floor, it's the biggest lead right now for Rizal, 65-33. See you guys after this. Well, with that, so far, Rizal almost doubling once again the score of Valenzuela. But before that, let's take a look at the Jinky Skin face of the game. You can see here si Ma'am, our perfect candidate for this one. And you see she's saying hi to the camera. And to her family who's watching, feel free to comment. Or kung gusto nyo ma-feature din sa Jinky Skin face of the game, punta kayo dito sa Amoranto Sports Complex. Madami pa upuan. And who knows, you can have your time on TV. On Facebook, on YouTube, and Channel 98 on Signal TV.
And very comfortable being on cam, no?
Sanay na sanay si, si Ma'am.
And she knows her angles well, no?
Alam niya. And our cameramen, alam naman rin nila. Ako baka dito, dito. Quick timeout has been called. We resume play right now with Rizal, not relinquishing this lead. Valenzuela there. Tawagan ng turnover.
But you see there, despite a 32-point lead, Rizal is still pressing full court.
Nakita nila na kaya sila bawian ng ganun-ganun lang din. That the 28-point lead a while ago turned to 20 in a matter of minutes. So now, they see more how valuable the game plan is on how it can preserve leads or even increase it even further. Balahadia getting hounded. Steal for the Junior Classic. The drive, but a block from behind. Once again, a great stop for Rizal, a common thing that we've been seeing all throughout this game, and another Sean Arada basket, something that's we keep seeing all throughout.
Well, actually, if you watch Sean Arada, majority of his points come off those fast break points because he's pretty much, the front line of their pressure defense. That's why they also allow him to leak, early for those layups. That's why, easily half of his points usually come off those leak out.
Well, not much to say with regard to the domination right now by the Switch Fiber, just connecting on both offense and defense. You see there, a great stop once again for the Switch Fiber. That is steal number 14. 48 seconds remaining. Counter steal though for the red shirts. They opt for the three. The step back hits the front rim. Switch Fiber getting the board. Once again, another steal, but can they convert? There you go, a power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness part of the Junior MPBL. This time, it's by number 30, Zach Pula.
Coming off a steal there.
There's Zach Pula catching number 1, Hans Tapia off guard, swiping that basketball and converting, plus the bonus.
If you're Coach Elmer, you don't really want to see those kinds of turnovers. At this stage, I think with a big lead, you still don't want to put your guard down because you're going to have to play a Marikina for the last ticket to the quarterfinals. And you don't want to be developing bad habits. And more than anything, I think this is extra practice for them.
Yeah.
Advanced practice for that matchup against Marikina. If and when they finally finalize this victory today.
I agree there, Coach. No, you can never take your foot off the pedal whenever it's the Junior MPBL. A clean block there, meeting him at the top. We see there Sean Arada with a wild three-pointer. Recovered though by Valenzuela, wasting no time. 5 seconds remaining, and finally a lefty layup. Time has expired here in the third quarter with Rizal still in the same position as they were a while ago when we ended the first half. Up on top with a 29-point lead over the Valenzuela Junior Classics. Take a look here, the TMT play moved the game. And that is by, well, once again for Rizal Switch Fiber. There are a lot of moves of the games here, but this one takes the cake. We'll see more of those in the fourth and final frame. You are watching the Junior MPBL of Manny Pacquiao's and presented by TMT Play. 67-38, 29-point lead. What has been the story of this game, Coach Noy, after 3?
Well, definitely, having already built the lead in the first half, all Rizal really has to do is preserve that lead. And right now for Coach Elmer, it's just a matter of his team continuing to play. You don't want Valenzuela to make any headway. As you see, a miss there again from Corpus. And, they just have to continue playing the way they've been playing. Those three-pointers are no longer falling for them. But right now, they're just trying to push the pace whenever they get a chance.
So you can see there that Valenzuela, they take the first shot that's open to them. I mean, medyo naghahabol na talaga, 27-point lead, 9 minutes remaining. I mean, kung ano na yung best shot, yun na, tira mo na.
Yeah, that's right. And for Rizal naman, you'd want them to be, a little more strict with their execution because moving forward, that's what will help them more than, trying to rush shots, trying to be fancy, trying to take everything on their own. Well, that's not really the luxury for Valenzuela. You want someone to get hot and get hot fast. And also for their team to score as quickly as possible.
On your screens right now is Dirk Corpus getting fouled a while ago as he went up for the runner. The referee saying here there's a lane violation, courtesy of Rizal, which means Valenzuela will get one more shot at the free throw line. Dirk hits it's too strong shot for Dirk. 26-point lead. They offer the three once more. Nothing but air though. Rebounded by Rizal. Certeza. Last second pass.
Coach Elmer telling him should have just gone straight for the shot.
See here that there's a press being deployed once again by Rizal. They're relentless, Coach Noy.
Well, it is a do-or-die game.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the score says up there. You just have to continue playing.
24-point lead. Once again, there's another foul on Valenzuela. 24-point lead, 67-43. Still a lot of time remaining. Although, those three bombs have to connect if they want to catch up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, turnover right there. Fortunately for Valenzuela, they get another crack at this to score and try to come back from one of the biggest leads in the junior MPBL. Hits the back rim, rebounded by the red shirts. Give them another try. Once more for three. Is it good? No, it's not. Here comes Rizal. They've been quiet for a bit. Would you consider a block? Parang nag-raise no?
Yeah, but it looked like
just a shot, no?
Just
Parang
a shot, yeah.
Either for Valenzuela, they're wasting no time here. So they need to score a bucket. You see their Dirk Corpus getting grabbed as he attacked the paint. I think it should be a foul on the floor though. Second team foul on the Rizal switch fiber.
Right now for Valenzuela, at some point you're gonna have to accept that you're pretty much losing this ball game unless someone really gets hot, and the likelihood of that is starting to seem improbable at this point. But nevertheless, you want to exit as respectfully as possible, so you still want your players to try and perform.
Before that, we want to share our birthday greeting to one of our production staff, Michael Ang. Belated happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day. Sana masarap ang kain mo ngayon at mamaya since it's your special day. And we'd like to greet our partner, of course, and official sponsor, TMT Play. Once again, Michael Ang, have an amazing birthday. Usually, ano ba coach na yun? Naalala ko dati, merong may birthday yung isa sa mga players. Usually, yung mga player na may birthday nananalo eh. Wala lang, it's a fun stat to just, not an official stat, but something that I just keep in mind. Na pag may birthday isang player, usually sila yung nananalo.
And I think there was a particular game, I think it was Mindoro.
Oh.
Yung nag-best player, yung nag-birthday pa.
Yun pa, di ba? At yung nakakatawa doon, he doesn't get the best player of the game, usually.
Oh, yeah.
But on
pero
his special
na-influence eh. Birthday niya kasi parang okay naman yung stats niya. And he actually, I just forgot the name, but I was playing for Mindoro.
Oh.
Yeah, and we were playing in Valenzuela.
Tayo ata yung nag-call. Not sure kung tayo nag-call. Kasi parang for me, familiar din. But look at that. 20 points. Lane violation for Rizal. So some miscues, mistakes showing up right now. And 6 minutes and 11. That is still a lot of time remaining.
14 seconds shot clock.
See here, Valenzuela trying to come back from the dead. They opt for the step back three. It's all board. They get another crack at this. Swarming defense for Rizal. A scramble for the basketball. It lands with Valenzuela still no good for three. They are currently 3 for 20 after that shot. You see they're called for double dribbling. And it's going back to the white shirts.
And surprisingly, Valenzuela starting to inch closer. Sa rebounding department, it's already 41 to 37.
Nakalapit na.
Nakalapit.
Kahit paano, yeah.
And that has really been, you know, their weapon, the hustle. But they're gonna have to make a lot of stops if they want to pull this game off.
And we can see there that Mike Santos already wants to put a nail in the coffin. Courtesy of that power move brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness, official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. And I think those are the first 2 points of Santos.
I don't think he's even tried to attempt
Oh nga, no? Let's take a look.
shots just yet. But if you're watching Coach Elmer Balahadia, he's been trying to get players, you know, new players into the ball game. But every time, you know, there's like back-to-back baskets for Valenzuela, he just puts everyone back on the floor, his best players.
Yeah, see Santos, that is actually just his 3rd field goal attempt. 1 for 3 right now, but Santos knows his role, which is to be their anchor on defense.
Yeah, and you love players who embrace his roles. Well, of course, not everybody can be a scorer.
For sure, yeah.
Di ba? I mean, moving up in your career, you're gonna find out everyone wants to be a scorer. So it's not really a bad idea to find your niche, to find a role where you're gonna have an opportunity to play, you know, to progress into the next level.
Yeah, for sure, Coach. And that's something that every time a player progresses, doon nila malalaman yung mga niche nila. Sa grade school, they could be a scorer. High school, it becomes different.
Yeah.
And then from there, I think you'll just know how you would fit in a team. What can you contribute? How can you make this team? Diba? Minsan sa ganun eh. Like, for example, you're applying for this school, but they already have this. Can you become this role in order to make the team? Sometimes ganun eh.
Yeah, not only in basketball, in life, you
In
know,
life din,
even in the corporate setting, you know, even with what we're doing right now, we're just filling needs.
It's a matter of flexibility. Rebounded by Valenzuela. They are down by 25. Great interior passing. Charles Orbe with 16 points and 9 rebounds after that shot. I think tawagan ng foul dun si Santos. They call it on Santos.
Actually, Rizal, you know, they're not really heavily dependent on that three-point shooting. It just so happened that those shots were falling for them in the first half. I think they finished 6 out of 11 in the first half. And so far in this second
6
half,
for 13.
they've only attempted twice.
So tingin mo, it's more of really the breaks of the game. Alaman nilang mainit tayo. Sige, tira tayo ng tira hanggang tingnan natin up to what extent can we do this. Rebounded by Rizal once more. Valenzuela had no choice but to foul. Unfortunately for them, they're in the penalty right now, which means it's going to be 2 automatic free throws for Rizal from here on out.
Well, both teams from the free throw area, not really that great. 6 out of 15 for Rizal, 40%. 6 out of 18 for Valenzuela, 33%. So, you know, this could actually be a ploy here. If Rizal fails to convert on those free throws, they could actually play the fouling game. Although, you know, it's still a stretch. It's still a stretch because you're gonna have to score a ton of three-pointers to make this close.
Although 3 minutes and 43, that's gonna take a lot of miracles to happen
Oh,
all
yeah.
at once.
You're gonna have to make 7 straight three-pointers. That's not even going to be enough.
All while getting, oh, there you go. All while hoping that Rizal misses all of their shots. But after that three, the light is almost at the end of the tunnel for Rizal, well, for Valenzuela. Just the breaks of the game not favoring towards their side. Tatawagan sila ulit ng violation dun, trying to inbound violation. That's why we see here that Santos is driving with no one there to contest. After that shot, Valenzuela had no choice but to call a timeout and see what they can do with the remaining 3 minutes in this game. We are back inside the Amoranto Sports Complex in Quezon City with Rizal Switch Fiver on their way to move on in this play-in tournament. Although for Valenzuela, it's more of what positives can you take from this as your season ends?
Yeah, that's right.
Saan susunod?
You know, if you're looking forward to the future seasons of the junior MPBL, this is a building block for them. They will. They're going to need an evaluation of their program. They have to be. They need to be more aggressive in recruiting players. Some of the teams here in the junior MPBL are, just really form their teams coming from local tryouts. So, do they need to find a school base from where to get their players? It's just gonna take. It's just back to the drawing board here for Valenzuela. While for Rizal, they continue on to that big game. They're gonna be battling number 8 Marikina for a chance to get to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, for sure. This is really encouraging for me. You see there the main stars of Rizal finally taking that much needed rest. Coach could have already said that, okay, I think we're safe already with 2 minutes remaining. Yeah. I think you could say the same. I mean, with like maybe 8 minutes remaining the 4, but he leaves no stones unturned here.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Valenzuela hits 2 3-pointers. I think Coach Elmer is gonna bring everybody back.
Ganon siya kasigurista.
Oh yeah, which is not bad.
Last 2 minutes here inside the Amoranto Sports Complex. Once again, admission is free. Or if you're curious, we are live on Facebook, on YouTube, and Channel 98 Signal TV for the delayed telecast. I think there's a push from Rizal, which means it's going to be 2 free throws for Valenzuela. Actually, maganda sa junior MPBL, gaya na sabi mo, Coach Noy, is that some teams were just formed for this tournament. And it's something that they can build upon. They learn from their mistakes here. And who knows? One of these teams could be the Cinderella teams of the next season.
Well, actually, also when you're trying to form a team, it's a new league. So you cannot really ascertain yet the competitive level that you're going to get into. So I guess, some of the teams really struggled early. Some teams found a way to get their team stronger as the season progressed. But also, of course, there are teams that lost a lot of players due to school commitments, which is, of course, always the priority of our players here. And that's why we moved to weekend games.
Yeah.
After when school started. So once again, of course, in as much as Junior MPBL is promoting, grassroots basketball development, it's always still the priority to, for the kids to prioritize their education more than anything else.
Yeah, for sure. These are student athletes after all, not athlete student.
Oh yeah.
So the studies will always have to take the front seat, while athletics will be there on the side. Ligue. Floater. Good for Rizal. 86 to 51. I think that's the last time out for Valenzuela with Rizal. 86-51 here in this game with Rizal. Imminent na rin yung pag-move on nila sa ating play-in tournament. We still got 5 more games to be played here in the Amoranto Sports Complex. Although there's a delay of game being called here.
Yeah, I think he stepped on the sideline while trying to harass the inbounder.
Well, anyway, they're still up by 35. It's a matter of keeping your composure, learning from this, considering that imagine mo kung close yung parang kanina, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
Yung sa Manila, the technical foul was the game winner if you think about it.
The game was tied and the technical foul was called with 3 seconds remaining.
And that has decided it. No good there for Rizal. You can see that Valenzuela turning on the Jets. Whew. Ang linis ng block na yun. No? Meeting him at the top. Clean block right there with 41.2 remaining.
Well, despite the blowout on the scoreboard, it didn't feel like Valenzuela was out-hustled or outworked. It was really just those shots falling early for Rizal, and Valenzuela just couldn't, do anything to counter that big run for Rizal. But nevertheless, they've been continually still working on the floor. Whoever they bring into the ball game, those kids just kept on playing and, disregarded that big lead on the scoreboard. So, kudos still for Valenzuela for still trying to compete until the end of until that buzzer sounds.
Definitely. And if you're Rizal, kita mo naman na they're not taking their foot off the pedal here.
Oh, yeah.
Jump shot, no good. 28-7. And you can still... Actually, this is respect.
Oh, yeah.
For the opponent, for me.
For sure.
Na kahit ganito intensity.
And also for the players on the floor right now for Rizal, they're trying to earn minutes for that play-in game. Pretty much set yan, that rotation of Arada, you have Peña, you have Paulino, you have Santos, you have Angeles. So it's really up for the players right now. If maybe they can earn some very valuable playing minutes right now for that big play-in game against Marikina for the final slot. in the quarterfinals.
Jump shot there, no good. Well, rather the free throw. Last 10 seconds here. Once again, sayang yung pectus na... Parang pinapaano niya, no? Yung pectus para umikot yung bola in a fancy way. But that's the ball game with Rizal. Would you say were they concerned in this game because of the lead? No. I mean,
Only for the first few minutes.
For the first few minutes,
Yeah.
but as it went on, as it grew, they never looked back.
They were never threatened.
They were never threatened, I agree. Final score is 88 to 53. The Rizal switch fiber. Move on. Let's take a look at the TMT play move of the game here. Well, of course, going to the Rizal switch fiber by Peña, who is actually the second leading scorer with Sean Arada taking over with 24 points. But this is a beautiful move, something that stuck with us in this game. The complete domination by Rizal against Valenzuela. And you can see here that Rizal really put the clamps on Valenzuela. Valenzuela with 65 shot attempts, making just 20 of those 65 good for 30%. And the stats dominated by the switch fiber. So I'll turn this over to our courtside reporter, Andy Veloso, to interview the TMT player of the game.
Mga kaliga, our TMT play best player of the game, none other than Nick Peña from the 14 under Rizal switch fiber, finishing with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and 1 block. So congratulations for that performance, Nick. Sa tingin mo, ano ba yung pinaka naging advantage niyo laban dito sa kalaban niyo ngayon?
Height advantage po, pati po kanina sa second, matapos po ang first half. Bigla po kami nag-momentum kaya po namin natambakan ng Valenzuela. Yan lang po.
Yeah, congratulations for that, Nick. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batiin?
Shoutout po sa mga magulang ko, sa mama at papa ko, lolo't, lola ko, tito at tita ko. At kay JC Baladya, pagaling ka. At sa mga ampi ko, shoutout sa inyo, kay Sean Arada, kay Mike at kay Paulino. At na jowa ko. Ayun lang po, salamat po.
Ayan, congratulations again, our TMT play best player of the game, Nick Peña from the 14 under Rizal switch fiber. Balik sa inyo, Nico and Coach Noy.
Thanks for that, Andy, and much deserved for Peña, considering that they really dominated their game against the Valenzuela Junior Classic team. See here some of the highlights. With Rizal not really getting threatened throughout this whole game. It was only there in the first few minutes of the first quarter when it was close, but they just pulled away. And you can see that the coaching staff really prepared them well heading into this matchup. Once again, the final score, Rizal switch fiber winning 88 to 53 against the Valenzuela Junior Classic. On behalf of Coach Noy Africa, our courtside reporter, and Andy Veloso. This has been Nico Rocha of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL presented by TMT Play. We'll see you guys for the next game.